When black celebrities take on disrespectful interviewers live on TV, it's a whole different level of savage. From putting reporters in their place with one simple sentence to turning the tables with pure confidence, these stars don't just answer questions, they destroy them. No awkward pause goes unnoticed. No disrespect goes unchecked. Get ready for moments where the interviewer regrets every word and the celebrity walks away looking like a boss. Let's dive into the most epic takedowns that left everyone speechless. In a heated exchange with Piers Morgan, Kanye West was pressed about apologizing for his controversial anti-Semitic tweet regarding DEFCON 3. When Morgan suggested he should apologize to Jewish people, West countered by demanding a broader industry discussion first. He insisted on gathering top executives from Hollywood, NBA, NFL, and music industry, along with elite lawyers, to examine the top earners' contracts in these fields. When Morgan attempted to redirect the conversation back to the tweet, West took offense at being interrupted, leading to a tense moment where he called Morgan boy, a historically racist term when used against black men. This confrontation highlighted West's refusal to directly apologize, instead positioning the issue within a larger context of industry contracts and power structures. The encounter demonstrated how West managed to flip the interview dynamic, creating a memorable moment of a black celebrity asserting dominance over a white interviewer, though the underlying anti-Semitic controversy remained unaddressed.
Public to millions of people and say you're going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people.
Millions of people. Right. Millions of people have had DEFCON 3 on their contracts.
Right. You didn't say that. You didn't say that.
And said, millions of people. Well, I opened it up. Now I didn't, but now I'm saying it now.
Okay.
Sir.
So now what I think you should say, I think you should
you...
say to the Jewish people, I'm sorry for the offensive language I used in that tweet. I wouldn't do that again. This is what I really meant. I think people would respect you if you said that. I don't know why you can't just say that.
You know when I'll say it? When I sit down with the people who write out the contracts for the NBA and for the NFL and for professional music and for acting contracts. We need to go to the top lawyers, the top execs, the owners of the stadiums, the owners of the football teams, and the owners of the record labels. And we're going to put them all in one room. And we're going to read let's go top 10 in each one of these categories, right? Let's read Michael B. Jordan's contract.
Why would any of that?
Hey, bro, I ain't finished. I ain't finished my sentence.
Nothing you're saying has anything to do with regret.
Hey, boy.
Don't call me boy.
Don't finish. I told you. Oh, don't treat me like a boy then. I'm going to finish my sentence of my idea.
Nothing you're saying has got anything to do with the tweet.
Cool. Bro, I was in the middle of a sentence, boy. Okay, so are you going to allow me to finish my sentence?
Yes. If you then answer my question.
Okay, so I'm going to tell people when I would apologize for the tweet.
In this second video, at a red carpet event for Men in Black 3, Will Smith encountered an overly familiar Ukrainian reporter who attempted to kiss him on the lips during what started as a seemingly routine interview. The reporter, Vitaly Sidiuk, known for his provocative celebrity pranks, approached Smith for what appeared to be a standard greeting with cheek kisses, a common European custom. However, when Sidiuk attempted to kiss Smith on the mouth, the actor's reflexes kicked in immediately. Smith quickly pushed the reporter away and delivered a backhanded slap, visibly annoyed but maintaining his composure. Following the incident, Smith remained relatively calm while expressing his displeasure, saying, "Hey man, what the hell is your problem?" The moment went viral as it showcased Smith defending his personal space while remaining somewhat professional, despite the clear violation of boundaries. This incident highlighted the challenges celebrities face with overzealous reporters and demonstrated how Smith handled an uncomfortable situation with a mix of physical assertion and verbal restraint, though it notably occurred years before his more famous Oscar ceremony slap. In a viral interview exchange, A$AP Rocky skillfully addressed a college student's criticism about misogynistic lyrics in hip-hop. When confronted about his music potentially isolating women listeners, Rocky calmly countered by pointing out that his lyrics criticize both men and women equally, citing examples of songs using similar language toward men. The student pressed further, questioning whether women should listen to music that objectifies them. Rocky maintained his composure and responded thoughtfully, explaining that he only speaks from his personal experiences and distinguishes between women and those he views negatively. He emphasized that it's ultimately a personal choice whether to listen to his music. The interaction showcased Rocky's ability to articulate his perspective while remaining respectful, effectively diffusing what appeared to be an attempt to create a gotcha moment about misogyny in hip-hop. His measured response and logical reasoning effectively turned the tables on the interviewer's agenda, demonstrating how he could address criticism while standing firm on his artistic expression.
I can rap, but I'm not that good, so I'm not going to. I really enjoy listening to hip-hop music, and there is a downside for me in that a lot of the music is quite crude about women and sometimes insulting. So do you think that your music isolates women and prevents us from listening to your music compared to men?
At times.
At times?
Yeah,
and do you think that's okay?
Yeah, because I do it to men too.
You do it to?
It isolates men too. I don't discriminate.
Men?
Yeah, at times. How many songs you hear? I don't fuck with you niggas. I don't fuck with you. It's the same thing. Fuck you dudes. Da, da, da. It's just that we diss men all the time. I don't think it's a point of. You really want to talk about the reader thing? Is that what this is about or something?
Sorry?
Or is this about is this like a woman justice thing about Rita or something like that? Is that what this is?
No, I don't listen to Rita Ora.
What do you want to battle me right now or something? Like you just like wild aggressive.
Do
like,
I seem mad?
Is that not aggressive?
I do enjoy your music, but I just think that it's
I
I wonder
with you.
myself. I'm listening to Tiger and I'm thinking, I really enjoy this music, but should I listen to it if it's, rude about women or it's making us seem like objects? Should I still listen to it if I don't agree with what they're saying?
Well, that's a question that only you can answer. It's all about your
What do you
preference.
think? That's my question.
I would definitely highly recommend you listen to my music.
And if you were a woman, would you still?
But here's
make
the thing.
same
Well,
kind of-
if without justifying all those rappers, what I will say is, speaking for me, I only speak about my experiences. At the end of the day, I'm not here to talk about the difference between bitches and women. I don't, for me, what I will say is, when we make music, we articulate. I'm 26, I've met a lot of women, but I met a lot of bitches. I don't know what you, I speak about both.
So am I a bitch or a woman?
I don't know you well enough to tell.
During an interview meant to discuss Lil Wayne's music, the interviewer persistently tried to draw connections between Wayne's work and New Orleans brass bands, jazz, and poetry. Wayne firmly but irritably clarified that he makes rap music, not brass band or second-line music, and has no interest in those genres. When the interviewer continued to press about poetry and jazz influences, Wayne became visibly frustrated, especially at the interviewer's apparent dismissal of rap as its own distinct art form. The situation reached its breaking point when Wayne directly addressed his team, saying, "Tell Miss Kia I don't like this interview," and declared it over with. This moment highlighted Wayne's refusal to let his art be mischaracterized or diminished, while also showing his willingness to abruptly end situations he finds disrespectful.
Make great music. I can't help but be New Orleans, but again, I don't make brass band music, nor second line music, nor am I into second lines, nor am I into brass band music. So if this is a brass band music or a second line interview, we can end it now because I don't want to talk about that because I'm not into that.
Now, the point I wanted to get to is there is some form of jazz in your poetry.
No, sir, there isn't.
So when you get to compose a song, is it done on the spot when you go to the studio, or you write it down in a
I
journal?
don't write music. I just record when I get there. Yes.
So you never did any kind of poetry that you did write down to use later?
No, I don't want to do poetry. I'm not into poetry. This interview is with a rapper. So I don't understand. Yo, tell Miss Kia I don't like this interview. This one here over with. Kia? Yeah, you cut that off. Go ahead. I don't like you. You go ahead. Not feeling you.
What did I do wrong to you? Talking about New Orleans?
Yo, the interview is over, yo. Who next? It's over.
No explanation?
Yeah, it's over.
We're just going to end this.
In this interview, Denzel Washington delivered a scathing critique of modern media practices and the fake news phenomenon. When asked about being the subject of false news stories, Washington turned the discussion into a broader commentary on media integrity. He shared a poignant observation: if you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you do read it, you're misinformed. Washington criticized the media's obsession with being first rather than being accurate, highlighting how the rush to publish has superseded the responsibility to verify facts. His statement, "We live in a society now where it's just first, who cares, get it out there. We don't care who it hurts. We don't care who we destroy," particularly resonated as a condemnation of modern journalism's priorities. He concluded with the sobering observation that anything you practice you'll get good at, including BS, effectively calling out the systemic issues in today's media.
There's been a lot of buzz about this fake news. You were the subject of a fake news story.
Oh yeah, what'd they say? I was running for president. No, I voted.
You were running for
No, what'd they say?
You switched your support.
I switched.
From
Yeah.
What do you make of all the fake news and it affects
If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you do read it, you're misinformed.
So what do you do?
That's a great question. What is the long-term effect of too much information? One of the effects is the need to be first, not even to be true anymore. So what a responsibility you all have to tell the truth, not just to be first, but to tell the truth. We live in a society now where it's just first. Who cares? Get it out there. We don't care who it hurts. We don't care who we destroy. We don't care if it's true. Just say it, sell it. Anything you practice, you'll get good at, including BS.
You told me last night.
Okay. But you heard me? Does that make sense?
In a powerful interview segment on The View, Killer Mike addressed a reporter's attempt to downplay his Grammy sweep with remarkable composure and clarity. When questioned about his relationship with Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, Mike masterfully corrected the interviewer's mischaracterization, stating, "You cannot like me, but don't lie on me." He explained that while he is actively, if someone is in the king's seat, I'm not going to not have dinner with the king on behalf of my people. He also discussed the concerns of Black men in the South regarding issues like immigration, gun control, and wealth building, while acknowledging Biden's achievements within the Black community.
No matter what you see in the mirror, you're still that child. And your imagination has to be bigger than the room, bigger than the building, bigger than the sky. Because if you keep the imagination alive, everything is possible.
That's right.
When you limit your imagination, nothing becomes as possible as it could be. So,
now,
yeah.
You know, I'm a former prosecutor.
Yeah.
And there were some other headlines that came out. And I was very upset about it.
Yeah.
Because it was unnecessary. And you don't do that on that special night, especially for what I read about.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to ask you is, there was an incident at the Grammys. It led to you being taken out in handcuffs and arrested. That was wrong. Obviously, it's an ongoing legal matter, so I don't know how much you can say about it.
Well, as a prosecutor, you know I can't say it.
You can't say much. But can you just give us some sort of description, because people are they're talking too much.
I think the backstage was overcrowded. I think the winners were exuberant. And I think security got a little overzealous, and that's all. It's all, you know, it's water under the bridge for me.
Yeah.
But I like to say all of my heroes have been in handcuffs: Malcolm, Martin, Mandela, Medgar. So, you know, I walked out with the same dignity and respect that I walked in with, and I would implore people to just take that from it. Don't dwell on the bad stuff. And the next morning, I spent 3 hours kind of by myself. You know, you're waiting. And the police say, "Oh my God, we've never gotten this many phone calls. People have to go to protest. We're gonna have to move you." They're panicked, and I'm just kind of sitting there, and I begin to invoke thanks. I thank God for bringing me where I was. I thank God for putting me in a space, believe it or not, by myself. And I got an opportunity to invoke the spirit of my mom and my grandmother and let them know what had happened and thank them. And the very next morning, well, I got out that night. I walked out to my wife in the rain. It was like a romance movie. It was dope. And my manager, and then we went to party. We went to party at Loma Vista, shots out. We had a party, and the next morning I woke up to my son's mother saying, "You have to come home because Pony Boy has a kidney. They have a kidney for him, and we have to get him now." And I just...
Let us know in the comment section what you think about some of the videos. That wraps up the video for today, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to Insight TV, leave a thumbs up, and of course share the video. Until the next time, see you in the next video.